Whoa!
Go ahead, go.
I didn't buy her for no reason. Look, there's a reason I bought her. Okay.
What?
Look. First of all, she needs her own lighting here. Oh.
I'm sure that looks great.
I'm sure it looks fantastic. I did buy this one for no reason. I just thought it looked cool. You like him? You like that?
I killed that guy.
You like this guy?
Yeah.
For those of you who are audio listeners, this is Gary.
And she that he was talking about at the start is Tiamat.
Oh yeah, big Tiamat, big ladies on the little table between us right now, all of her glory.
Big lady is on the little table.
Yeah, she is enormous and she looks amazing, and I love her.
She's a mammoth.
I'm glad they decided to have her on a plate versus flying.
Yeah, I think she would have looked more
Because when they
goofy.
showed her originally, she was flying. I'm like, how? Like
Was she really?
one
It's gonna
peg. I'm
snap.
like, one peg? No way.
Yeah,
No
that's
fucking
ridiculous. Because I think it's like the Chartland Dragon. For me.
Yeah.
Like the Chartland Dragon one, if it's flying, you're not using the mini.
Yeah.
I'm only going to use it if it's on the ground. Because
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking, like those old toys from the early 2000s, string them from the ceiling and have them fly around the fucking room. Like, I'm not going to suspend the mini above. I'm just
No.
okay, she's like here.
Yeah.
You know?
Also,
but, for the most part, she's decoration and also a really cool mini.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No, the amount of
fucking badass.
TV tables out there, you drop her, your TV's broken.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to put her on that TV table.
We
It's
won't.
heavy.
She's-
heavy.
I think I'll have to whip out the physical maps because I also think she's just too big for it.
What
Like
do you-
she takes up half of it.
This is also in a scenario where we fight her.
Oh yeah. That'll
Where?
definitely never happen.
When would that happen? When?
No. It will
Who?
never happen. Never.
Who
ever.
allowed this?
This is the first podcast where we finally get to talk about the baby.
Baby.
Yay! In case you don't know already and haven't seen me talk about it on the internet already, Spencer's pregnant.
I am. There's a baby in
I
there.
don't like it when couples say we're pregnant. I'm not pregnant.
No,
I'm not.
You're not.
No, I'm not growing a baby. You're growing the baby.
I am. Do you want to know what I have like 2 apps on my phone that talk about the baby, and I look at them every day because they give me little updates.
Mm-hmm.
It can bend its knees and elbows now.
Oh god, that's so weird. It's in
Yeah.
their abandoned knees.
Yeah.
It's scarier that it couldn't before.
Yeah. Before it was just like.
It was just T-posing.
And now he's like.
The
baby's in
ultrasound,
T-
he's
yeah.
just.
He's just like.
Hello.
You're like, holy fuck! You try to listen to the heartbeat and you just hear, "Hey, can I get a truck?" Oh fuck!
No.
No.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're really happy, really excited.
Yeah.
And,
Well, baby.
also really excited because Maddie is also pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to have her baby in January, and you're gonna have yours in
May.
May. And
Maybe June.
May, maybe June. We'll see. And they're just gonna be really close in age.
Yeah.
And that's really nice. Me and Maddie are really close in age.
Mm-hmm.
We're 18 months apart.
Yeah.
And we're still really close in age. So it'll be insane how close those little babies are gonna be.
I think I have a cousin that is around the same, like, distance. Yeah, my cousin Christopher. One of my cousins, Christopher. There are 3 of them.
Yeah, you have 3 cousins named Chris.
Yeah, and 2
Wow.
uncles. Three uncles named Christopher, and then they each have a kid.
And 3.
Well, they each have a kid whose name is Christopher.
Okay, you have 3 uncles named Chris who all named their sons Chris.
Yes, and my aunt married a man named Christopher, had a son named Christopher, divorced Christopher Sr., married another man named Christopher who had a son named Christopher.
What the fuck? Hey, how's the sound levels over here? We're fine.
Yeah.
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 What the? Okay, I knew you had a lot of Chris's in your family. I didn't know that was the concept.
Yes. And then my brothers, Austin and Bryce, their uncle, his name is Christopher, and then he has a Nathan and a Christopher, and they're twins, and I cannot tell them apart. I've known them my entire life. I don't know who's who.
That's insane.
I'm glad that we're not having twins, because I am terrible at telling
You were
people
scared
apart.
you were gonna have twins.
It was. Yeah.
But no, only
But
one baby.
no, one baby.
One baby. And we find out, by the time this episode is up, we've already found out the gender.
The sex of the baby, yes.
The sex.
The sex of the
I
baby.
don't like that.
Yeah, it's a
I know
little-
It's right.
it's a
I
little-
I don't like the word sex and baby in the same
Well-
sentence.
It's got one of those.
Okay, so I want to put out a lot of context here. So this is why you couldn't play in the middle of that Fallout game. Remember when you
Oh,
left
yeah.
in the middle of that Fallout game? That's because you were having pregnant, bad times.
Yeah.
And the only person who knew at that time
Was Craig.
And Craig understood.
Craig has known the entire time.
Craig has known since it's the one called Actually a D&D episode, where that's the episode 5 minutes before we found out that.
I thought it was the Lord of the Rings episode.
No, is it the Lord of the Rings one?
I think
Someone's
it's
posted it.
Okay, I'm gonna find out.
That's
right
something
now.
we talked about it.
No, I posted it earlier. My phone is gonna die though, which is not good.
You could use mine.
Hang on, I think I
For
can
the
do
questions.
this one thing and then it'll die. It'll be done. Let's see here. It is the Lord of the Rings episode. Yes, sorry. Right, the episode titled "The Lord of the Rings" episode. 5 minutes before, we were just like, okay, let's set it for the podcast.
Yeah.
You took a pregnancy test. It was positive. Craig came over. We told you because we were like freaking out. We were really excited. And that whole episode, we're just like, let's just talk about stuff like this, and we're just having a weird time. And then the episode of Fallout, you were playing Huck, and it's the episode where everybody was going into the saloon and it was on fire. And you were not feeling very good.
No.
And you had to leave, and that was fine. But I had to tell everybody, like, yeah, she's sick.
Yeah, I think you told people, oh, I think she has strep. Jack had it, and I think he gave it to her.
Mm-hmm. And then there was another thing, too.
Just...
That is also why during fucking Icewind Dale, when everybody keeps referring to Kazira as pregnant, I'm like, guys, come on.
It's funny.
And then you'll be like, haha, yeah, maybe we should stop. Like, there were times you'd be like, yeah, that's gross. Maybe we can change it. But it's so fucking... It wasn't like... It was still really funny. Mm-hmm. It was just like, because I had the context, it was like extra weird and gross.
Yeah,
and I was just like...
And then it got to the point where everyone at the table knew, and it was kind of just like, yeah. Anyway.
And then you guys would make memes of Kazira being pregnant. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
This is so weird. There's also somebody on Twitter who called it.
I saw that
Did
too.
you see that? Yeah, that was crazy. Back when we were posting the memes of Logan running up behind me about to hit me, it says 500K subscribers, and on me it says pregnancy. Oh no, I'm 500K subscribers, and Logan it says a pregnancy announcement.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking crazy. I didn't time it to 500K subscribers, which
when they posted that, I wasn't pregnant yet, which is funny.
That's true. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
A true oracle.
Yes.
True divination wizard there. But yeah, I don't think there was anything else that really gave it away.
I get up to go pee every episode like 90 times.
Yeah. There is... What? I feel like there was something else, too, that we did during one of our games. And it was yeah,
Not sure.
Don't remember. But everybody else found out. The cast found out about a week or so prior. 2 weeks prior? 2 weeks. Yeah, they've known for about 2 weeks. And then Craig and Mia have known for a while, so...
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't... Oh, okay. Do you want to... I feel weird talking about that out there. That... Why are you looking at me like you don't know?
Why?
It took me a second to realize what you're talking about. Yes, we bought a Tesla.
All right.
Oh, it is
Elon
so
Musk
cool
is a
too.
fuck, but we bought a Tesla like, the start of this year?
Yeah.
And we got it 2 days ago. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really sick.
Really,
Craig came over we're driving around and it's fucking...
It feels
awesome.
nice.
It is
It's a token of
there's
our
anything
hard
that I
work.
really like about it, I just, like, I feel really safe while I'm
Yes.
in it because, like, it knows...
I have really bad anxiety in the car, and it's helping alleviate that.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And I don't want to fucking hear everybody being like, well, actually, Tesla's rating was safety. I don't care. When I'm in car, I feel good. So, yeah.
Yeah. And we gave our other car to Emma because she very,
I mean,
very
that's the
badly
biggest
needed
thing.
one.
It's like, it's not like a, Mr. Beast give a Tesla away kind of thing. It's like, this is a huge quality of life improvement.
Yeah.
In every
and you
direction.
worked very hard to buy it for us this year. So.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You worked very hard
you
this
busting
year.
your ass to get like a car that's safe for your family and
Yeah,
this new BAB. Plus your sister directly benefited from it. So like, sure, it's like, look at my Tesla, but like, better environment.
I just,
Electric.
I like, we already had a hybrid, and I was like, if I'm getting a new car, I either want
Yeah.
a hybrid or I want a full electric or something like that. And that was the only shit I really cared about. The rest of it was just like I wanted you to feel safe in the car, and then also I was like, there's some cool features on it. I don't know what they are, and then when we got it, I was like, the seats. It has seat warmers. Oh,
yeah.
No, sorry, I don't give a shit about the seat warmers. It has seat coolers.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
That is very cool.
It's very cool.
Also, that massive screen being able to play Stardew Valley is
yeah.
Nice. It's like thing she did was Stardew Valley in the car.
I don't think we'd even driven it yet. We were just messing with the controls and stuff, and I was like,
could you imagine driving somewhere with your kid and you guys are like 4-player Minecraft together? Road trip just got a lot easier. I remember when we used to have, oh God, I wouldn't sound like old people. When we used to get those foldable like DVD players, the portable ones, you'd plug it in to like the cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
And you'd have to watch it and you hit a bump, you'd scratch the disc. Now you can play Stardew Valley on your car.
We had my parents' Honda Pilot, which I had when I was a kid. It was like the coolest fucking car we got because it had a TV in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't anything but other than a shitty screen that folded down that connected into the DVD player that was also the CD player.
Yeah.
But it was so cool when we were a kid, and it also had like component plugins. So like if you brought like your Wii in, we never did it, but you could. And I have the reason I like have Finding Nemo
memorized,
and, Return of the Jedi memorized were because they were the only two DVDs that would work, and we never changed them out. So we just kept them in the car because it had that thing where you had to like push a button in order for it to go to the next CD. So it had like a mechanism on the inside that would switch them, and sometimes it wouldn't always work, so it would break. So we're just like, oh well, we only have Finding Nemo and Return of the Jedi, and we just watch that on repeat, and like I can still quote like 95% of Finding Nemo to this day just because of that car. So I'm gonna do the same thing to my kid. They're gonna have all of Disney Plus right there, and be like 2. you get to pick 2.
Yeah, you only get 2.
Memorize them.
Yeah, that's how I feel about The Great Mouse Detective. I had that like stuck in my VCR player for a really long time.
Yeah.
So I was scared of the dark as a kid, so I'd watch a movie to fall asleep, and I just watched The Great Mouse Detective probably for like a year straight.
Wow.
Yeah, but the steering wheel's weird because it's like it's shape. It looks like a plane basically. Yeah. And like it's crazy. I've been trying the auto driving and it's spooky, but like spooky. It's cool. It's cool. It's a little spooky, but it's cool. Because I think it's really awesome. Like when we were on the freeway and I was just like, I'm gonna just turn this on and have it switch lanes for me. I was like, what the fuck? Like having the steering wheel turn and you watch it turn is, I don't know. It's just crazy.
It just always reminds me of that bit. I don't know if it's in the Harley Quinn show, but it's like the Joker and Batman, and someone pulls his mask off, and Joker realizes that it's Bruce Wayne, and he's like, "You fucker, where's my fucking flying car, Bruce?" Because he's like making cars. Yeah.
It's from the. Is that from the Harley Quinn show?
I don't know what it's from.
I'm not sure what it's from. I've just seen the clip before. Yeah. And it's some animated Batman show. And
he's not even pissed off.
He's like, oh, where's my fucking electric car, Bruce?
No, I think he says flying car.
Flying?
Really though.
Yeah.
If we all found out that there was a real Batman, and then we found out he was Elon Musk, I feel like we'd all do the same thing.
Yeah. I don't care you're Batman anymore.
Yeah.
How about all the shitty things you're doing as a person?
Yeah.
Can you be... Look, it's great you're Batman. Can you be better Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill you now. I want a flying car.
You have this, this unbridled rage deep within you from your parents being dead, and Alfred apparently not raising you very well, and you're just beating up people in the streets. But, like, you have a ton of money. Can you do something with that?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro.
Maybe less fist fights, more like food drives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a big mech suit, and then I'm gonna make a kryptonite speed.
So I know a lot more about like Marvel than I do DC. Did he not have like any other relatives? Was he just raised by Alfred?
Dude, I don't know. You don't ask me.
I think so. I think that's largely it.
Okay, so he's like Harry Potter. It's like all of his other family was just mysteriously dead.
Yeah, but like Harry Potter is because we're watching all the Harry Potter movies right now. I'm in Harry Potter brain, and we just finished Goblet of Fire, and it's Goblet of Butt Balls, and it's better than I give it credit. It was a good time to watch it. Goblet of Fire is not the Revenge of the Sith of Revenge of the Sith is worse than Goblet of Fire. Sorry, but also I don't care. Batman? Is that
Yes. I was asking,
That's
like,
what makes
so,
me mad.
so
was Alfred just like really shitty to Bruce? Like, because the implication is that he was basically raised by Alfred, then, right?
I don't know.
Unless I'm an idiot, and he was like.
Well, I think it depends on which like story you choose.
Yeah.
But largely, because there's also parts where he leaves. Like he still goes to like to school abroad and does all this other stuff.
I knew that. So
and then he does actually leave to the League of Shadows at some point.
Yeah.
But
like.
Yeah.
Harry's an alright guy because he was raised by shits.
Like Osborn?
Issues, but like Osborn?
Oh, Potter.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about like superheroes still. Like I was like Harry Osborn?
No.
The Green Goblin? Would give him the dad? Would give him the dad of the month?
Spider-Man 2 the other day.
Yeah.
God damn it! I'm sorry, guys. This is the best podcast you've ever listened to. I swear. Batman.
Yeah.
He was raised. Okay, unless like he. Okay, so Harry is all right because he was raised by shits. But like, is Batman just that traumatized by his parents being killed in an alley that like? Not that I hate Batman. I really like Batman.
Well, I mean, no.
Sometimes I just kind of think about it a little bit. I'm like,
he was kind of whiny for a long time. What compounds most of it is, because I think that's initially it, that he's traumatized by that.
Yeah.
Right, and this injustice by it. And I think it compounds further in most comics because they realize that at some point he's an adult. And that's most of like Alfred's character lines is pushing him to be further than the vengeance.
Okay.
But there's stuff that compounds it, like the Court of Owls did it on purpose. The League of Shadows assassinated his parents. So it's not just his parents have been dead, but now there's people that have still, even though the shooter is either in some way wrapped up, there's still other people that need to pay.
That's what I don't like about some superheroes. So one of my favorite, this is just personal to me. If you don't like it, that's fine. But and maybe I'm wrong, but it's just what I really like in superheroes a lot is that it could have been anybody. Like
that's valid though.
For a reason.
Yeah.
And it's because of their drive and determination that they were able to take up this mantle and become this person.
Yeah.
And become this hero. Instead of, it was destiny for like that's why I don't like Amazing Spider-Man 2 because in Amazing Spider-Man 2 they go, the spider, his dad made it, and it only worked for him. And so now it's like, he's the only person that could have been Spider-Man, which is dumb. And I don't like it when it's like, the Joker actually killed Batman's parents. It's like, okay, this is weird. I think it's better that it's just a random act of injustice because, and in turn, that makes him the character that he becomes.
I agree.
And all I'm getting at here, my point here is that I like smart, cool, calm, collected Batman, like animated Justice League Batman, like very cool, love that character. But I like crazy fucking psycho Batman way more than I do that. Like that, I don't like Batman fucking shooting grenades and blowing people's cars up. That's ridiculous. But the new Robert Pattinson Batman, like
unhinged Batman,
Batman,
I completely agree with this.
Looks like Gerard Way when he takes off his fucking mask. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's really cool.
I think that's where a lot of the bigger narratives come from. Is where. Whatever happens and he gets caught up in it, and you have the thing with Alfred's like, you need to stop being Batman now because you've done what you wanted to do. And he gets caught in this cycle of vengeance with all the people that he can't kill. Like he wants to deal with Joker, but he can't kill him even though he's killed his Robin. So he gets caught up in this cycle of vengeance on himself versus really anything else.
I like that he doesn't do that, not because he has this code that he sticks to, but because it's him. He's like, if I kill him, then I will never be able to stop. I'll know that is the solution. Yeah. And I don't want to go down that path. Like, I like Batman realizing that he's sort of like, not like wrong, but a little cranked, like a little crazy. And what he's doing is almost for himself.
That's half of it.
I don't know, that's fucking cool. I think
that's always how like the first couple minutes of the Arkham Asylum games go is they're like him literally walking into an asylum because that's probably where he belongs. Yeah. And he's just as crazy as everyone else in there.
I love the beginning of Origins too, when like there's the hit put out on him.
Yeah.
And Alfred's like, I'm not gonna let you leave. And he's like, fuck you. He doesn't say this, but he's like, fuck you, Alfred. I'm going out there, and I'm probably gonna die. And he just goes, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah, I love it.
I always enjoy young Bruce Wayne anyway, but I also am a huge fan of Batman Beyond because it's just cyberpunk Batman. It's like anytime that he's just kind of a an nasty shit.
It's cyberpunk Batman, and it has an old guy.
It does. Old, very old. With dog, Bruce is very good.
Yeah. Okay, so we watched Spider-Man 2.
We did
the other day. The other night, because I saw a clip on TikTok. People keep using fucking Doc Ock going. I miscalculated. And it's like me when I clogged the toilet at my friend's house. And I was like, shit, we need to watch this movie. And I was really hyped because we also got our Spider-Man tickets.
We did.
At midnight. I was like,
oh, speaking of that, do you want to go see Spider-Man?
I opened up Galaxy Theaters. I slam dunked him. I got him. I got opening night.
Ooh,
and
sheesh.
I got the next night. Sorry, we both bought tickets at the same time. And she got tickets and I got tickets. And I was like, well, we can just go twice. So maybe we bought more tickets than we should have. But look, there's going to be other... Sorry, I'm a piece of shit and I bought a bunch of Spider-Man
No, what actually happened is you went... I got tickets for the 17th and I went, oh, no. 16th is when it comes out. That's when I want to go see it. I got on and went...
I didn't know that they came out the day before.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But regardless, the 16th we're going to go see it with Maddie and Saban. Do you and Mia want to come on Friday?
I'd love to.
Fuck yes! Let's do this. All right, cool. So we're seeing Spider-Man. Anyways,
twice.
We watched Spider-Man 2.
We did.
And I watched that movie a fuck ton as a kid. And all I've heard is praise from it from the past like years because it's become like Revenge of the Sith. It's kind of turned into like meme legend.
Yeah.
Like that movie. Like so I was like, okay, people love this movie. Let's rewatch it. That movie's goofy as fuck.
Oh, it is. That's the thing is that superhero movies were real strange before.
It's so goofy. It's ridiculous. It is like
yeah.
It is. I don't know how to else. It's so corny. Like it is everything you think a movie. Like there's a part where Harry Osborn he brings Peter to Doc Ock and he's just being businessman.
Yeah.
But it's every businessman in every movie, but they're just owning up to it. So he's just like, all right, I've got a board meeting in a few minutes. You're gonna change the world, Doc. Make sure. And he's doing that thing where he walks by him and he throws his hand up in the air and he's just like, give me that fucking. What does he want? It's the award.
I don't know.
You did a big science. Congrats.
Oh,
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Too late. That's what it's called now.
It's
Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize. That's it.
I also like the idea that someone would get a Nobel Peace Prize for 4 robotic arms.
No, it's for making the sun.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was like...
It's for taking an atom bomb and making it centralized.
I have a question.
In a ball.
Why did he need the arms to do that?
Because
his human hands can't hold the ball.
Yeah, but he doesn't ever touch the ball.
He does at one point.
Yeah, he touches the ball.
The hands go on the ball.
Okay. Okay.
He's like
How'd the ball
Goku.
get there?
To trick him. Anyways, I watched that movie a lot as a kid. Stop trying to deconstruct Spider-Man 2.
Also, the amount of times Doc Ock throws a fucking mailbox at Peter Parker and then the mail gets exploded everywhere is too high.
Yeah.
I have a lot of props that get tossed around by him.
That is not the bad part of Spider-Man 2. It makes sense, Spencer. Stop trying to tear it apart like that. The part of Spider-Man 2 I couldn't handle was it is the funniest movie I've ever watched, and it's not trying to be the funniest movie I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I was crying laughing at 3 parts. When he saves Aunt May, and they're fighting Doc. He's fighting Doc Ock, and he slingshots backwards, and he flings himself at her, and then he has the arm, and it has a little thing, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. He doesn't probably say that. And then Aunt May goes, how dare you? And she fucking hits him over the head, breaks his glasses, and then he misses, so she saves Spider-Man, and then he grabs her, and then they fly off, and then Doc Ock leaves, and then they land, and she goes, and she's like, thank you so much. And he says, we did great back there. And she goes, we? And then he goes, oh. And then he leaves. I don't like, I'm thinking that the conversation was supposed to be like, he's giving away a little bit that he knows who Aunt May is, but that's not it at all. She did help him, and he says, we did great back there because you helped me. And she's just confused, so she goes, we, and his response is, oh. And he leaves and the scene ends.
I always took that as her, like, shutting him down, going, what do you mean you didn't do shit? I hit him with the bag. I did all the work.
Really? That's ridiculous.
It's just strange, absolutely.
And then when the building burns down and they think Doc Ock is dead, and Harry walks out and goes, I'm ruined. I have nothing left except Spider-Man. There was one. Oh, when MJ finds out that he's Spider-Man, and the wall is about to fall on top of him, and so you see her and she's smiling, and then it pans back and you see the wall coming down on top of her, and it pans back over to Tobey and he does this. Sorry, everybody.
I like the bit when the bank scene, like right before Doc Ock takes Aunt May, is he like comes in and he like throws the vault door back and he like pushes Aunt May out of the way and then he just runs away and Aunt May's like, "Don't leave me."
Yeah, he just fucking leaves. Yeah, like I like to Aunt May thinks Peter's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
that whole movie.
The bit where
he's at the bank, and then when he finally tells her that like, I was the reason Uncle Ben basically died.
She just gets up and leaves.
Actually mad and leaves. But then I guess she like forgives him later.
Yeah.
But I was half expecting when he comes back and she's like moving and she's getting all of her stuff together. He comes back and he's like, "Oh, you're moving? You could have told me." And she's just like, "Oh, what's up, Uncle Ben Killer? What are you doing here?"
From my own blast.
Sheesh.
Yeah, no, but I think in that part, the subtext is that she knows
she's Spider-Man.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that a lot. And the movie has those little moments of like, oh, this is cool. This is really smart. Okay, I just realized that. Well, I didn't realize. It wasn't until we got up and paused for a little bit that I realized that my mic wasn't all the way on, and now my voice is here. So sorry. It is fixed now. So there may be some of you who have just skipped to this part, but I mean, we were talking about Spider-Man and Batman and
Tesla Baby.
Tesla Baby. So it was good stuff. It's just I sound like I'm in the corner of a room, but Spencer and Craig were there fine. So everything's good. All right, so we're gonna jump right into questions. Marion asks. Even false spoilers. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, even false spoilers. What was going through your minds during the last Evenfall session, and how did you feel after that roller coaster of an episode? That game is like... Okay. I'm collecting my thoughts here. Not only is it one of the games where, like, everybody was talking so much afterwards. Like, I was getting so many questions, and everybody was, like, messaging me the next day about new thing. And Grace wrote, like, a cool little short story about, like, what had happened between Phelan and Kyria, which just made me really sad.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. But, like, there was so much roleplay and whatnot. It is the epitome of why I love D&D, because I didn't have any of that prepped or planned. The entirety of that game was just everybody doing what they would do as their characters, and we're just kind of all responding to one another. All I had was that room and that dragon. That was about it. The rest of it was just like just up in the air, and it was so awesome because like everybody was in on that storytelling, and it was just so fucking cool. It was like after that game, I was like, "Fuck, that was an insane session." Yeah. That was insane because I didn't know what was gonna happen. You almost died.
I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laszlo taking all of his levels to save you, like. It was crazy.
The only way she could have lived is if I rolled 3 19s or 20s in a row. Well, I think I had a few chances to do it because of Stibbles Jr.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you just kept throwing cuties in
I was rolling so terribly on all of the saves, and then the first save like the initial save, I rolled a 19, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be a dirty 20." Nope, saves fucking 22.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I didn't want to tell you guys because I wanted
No,
to...
you said it after, but...
wanted to give you at least a little bit of hope, but...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, very
Craig, how
little
did you
hope.
feel after that episode of Eve?
Sleepy.
A little sleepy?
Yeah.
You were just in
A
bed?
little sleepy.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I'll wake up and everything will be fine.
No.
Two Gnomes in a Trench Coat asks, congrats on the baby Balrog. I'm just asking how y'all are doing and how has learning about the baby been, and again, big congrats. Well, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the podcast, how it's been. To be honest, the first couple of weeks, I was really, really nervous and really scared.
Yeah, you had a rough few weeks.
It was not a good time. It was also the time that Questonomicon launched. Mm-hmm. So it was I was really stressed out and busy, and then that was happening, and that wasn't stressing me out. It was just like I was really scared something was going to happen, and I didn't want that to happen.
It wasn't that we didn't want to have a baby.
No.
It was just you were scared that something was going to happen to the baby.
Yeah. To the baby or to even you.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to get out of what I keep calling the scary zone.
Yeah, we're out of the scary zone.
And now that we're out of scary zone and we can tell everybody now, not keep it a secret, I feel so much better. And I'm just really excited and really happy now. We would go to the store and you'd look at baby clothes and I'd be like, no. Not only do I not want to have those yet, because if something happens then we have to get rid of them. But also I don't want anybody to know. So it was nervous for me. Now I'm cool. Now I'm fucking awesome.
We were finishing up Christmas shopping and we were walking around Target and you were like, that crib is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, we saw a crib and I liked it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, we just got a delivery to the door. That's what I was looking at on your phone.
Oh, cool. Yeah. It's probably Emma's or yours Christmas present.
Yeah.
Yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Your last one might be on the porch right now.
But to answer your question, Gnomes, doing great now. Really excited and really happy. But early on, I was a little spooky.
I really enjoy learning about how the baby's growing because it's a really weird process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about how hairy your arms are right now?
My stomach and my arms are very hairy.
Yeah.
It's really gross. Never had this much hair in my body before.
Makes
specifically
me think it might be a boy.
on my arms and my stomach. Really weird. Little
see,
TMI,
though,
but
we'll know what if the baby has what kind of pee-pee it has.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Maybe. The Discord has the Spencer dance party and they're planning on putting, I don't know, some sort of colored flame around the dance party gift tomorrow, but it might not happen tomorrow. It's depending on the ultrasound. So if the baby's like, no, you don't get a no, we won't know.
Don't look at me.
For maybe another week or two.
Yeah. All right. So Nicholas Torres asks, number one, how would you comfortably include players that are drastically different age groups, early 20s, mid 40s, early 50s, when they haven't met all before the session? Whoa. Ooh. Number two, for the less serious question, does the baby have a character sheet ready yet? Oh my gosh, guys.
We play in pretty different age ranges. About the same, just we do 20, 30, 40s.
Yeah.
We're all in our 20s. Marshall's in his 30s, and then Abram is in his 40s.
Yeah, we have a game that has, and not everybody really knew each other before that game. And I actually think having that mix is good.
Yeah,
it can be sometimes. I'm playing with your peers. Is I would recommend more because it's a little bit easier for everybody to kind of get along, get to know each other. Mm-hmm. But I played in Craig's games where everybody's pretty varying ages, and also in that game pretty varying ages. And to me it only gets kind of difficult when there's only one person who's way older than everybody else.
Yeah, or
one person who's way younger than everybody else. Yeah. If there's people in the middle, they kind of bridge the gaps, and it's fine. And that's what I've noticed is that Marshall can't almost bridges kind of that gap a little bit, but Abram, I mean, he's just a nerdy dude, so
there
he
are
just kind of gets along.
Where
anyways.
Abram knows more things about what we are into than Marshall does. Marshall's I don't understand memes.
Marshall just has old person mentality for some reason. Marshall acts like a child, but then also has the brain of an 80-year-old. And I can show Abram a stupid Gen Z meme and he'll get it.
Yeah.
And Marshall will be like, I don't understand. It's because he has kids. Abram has kids and Marshall doesn't. That's what it is. I figured it out. All right, I'm sorry. I'm really excited about that. That had been bothering me for a while, and that's what it is.
Yeah, Abram has kids that are younger than we are.
Yep.
Like, I think his youngest is under 10. So.
Yeah. So, there's a cat fight happening outside.
I'm going to make sure that's not our cat.
I really almost just opened it. All right, while we're waiting for Spencer to check on this cat fight, because we're still rolling. The podcast is still going. Craig, how do you what, do you ever have any issues, or is it like, how do you comfortably include players who are drastically different in age groups?
To be honest, that's probably the harder part about being a DM, is that you're like the arbiter of like social contracts. But if you feel comfortable with adding this person, you're already at that point.
Yeah.
Have a dinner with them. Go out, eat together. Don't have D&D be the first time.
Yeah, I agree.
Go out to a restaurant if you can do so safely, or maybe have a potluck type thing. I have, because I work at a game store, and one of my favorite employees, she's 60s, 70 has to be, original, like Gygax type player, and she runs a lot of games for people that are probably about my age, maybe I'm not 30, but like 30 to like 25, and she has this friend, and they do like a potluck kind of at the store, and they kind of just hang out, and then they play. So
that's cool.
I would do that.
Yeah.
Probably you could probably look at like actor type, like icebreaker event stuff, and that'd probably help out a lot. Just to kind of get a vibe for it.
That's a great idea.
Just so everyone knows, it was not our cat. It was Mud and another cat.
Oh.
What a.
Did we ever say that? That the cat's name is
Yeah,
Mud?
we found out that I was going to call Mud something, and then I couldn't think of what to call him. I was going to call him a hooligan. And I was also going to call him a fight starter.
Fight starter.
Yeah,
Instigator.
Thank you. A little instigator. All right, sorry. Yeah, we pulled up one time, and our neighbors were outside.
Yeah, they were setting up their Christmas lights.
And you were like, ask them what the cats' names are. And I was like, really? And I just looked at them, and they just went, hi. And I was like, hey, are these your cats? And only one of them is. Yeah. And the one that we've been calling Chonky for a year and a half, his name is actually Mud.
Yeah.
And that is an awesome cat name. Yeah. And
it's fitting.
That's great. And she said that if we ever have another pet again, like a cat, we're going to name it Trash Bag.
Yeah, Trash Bag. Just want to do a goofy name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That little one in the backyard, the kitten that I totally want to keep.
No. Joel the Hat Guy asks, congrats for the baby, by the way. Thank you, Joel the Hat Guy. Have ever had the French-Canadian delicacy that is a poutine?
No.
I have not.
No.
I think Colton did when he went to Canada. Don't remember if he... Colton's not a big fan of, like, sauce, so if you put anything on, like, a fry, he's like, what?
What is poutine?
I'm pretty sure it's like
poutine.
Fries and sauce.
Poutine is a dish of French fries and cheese curds topped with brown gravy. That sounds good. I'd probably like it. Drunk Rhino asks, do y'all want some buckets? My work was going to throw them away after we used up the paint in them, which was washable and non-toxic. I took them home, and now I have too many buckets. I have like over 15. They are 5-gallon black buckets that need a good home.
I'm okay.
I don't know if a PO box could take buckets.
It couldn't. It would not be able to fit that much.
If you send buckets to the PO box, I'll find some use.
Thanks, Drunk Rhino. I appreciate you looking out for us and our needs for buckets.
Because we need
it
some
seems like you got a real problem on your
buckets.
hands, so you got to get rid of those buckets, dude. So if anybody wants some buckets, Drunk Rhino has 15 5-gallon black buckets. Non-toxic paint was put in them. They need a good home.
If it's raining, go outside, put some collect some rainwater. You don't know when the world's gonna end. Yeah, save it.
Can
store
you drink rainwater?
Yeah, you drink rainwater.
Is it filtered?
So yes, through like nature's filtration.
Yeah.
The sky
filtered it.
The sky filtered it.
It like evaporated, and then it became a cloud of.
I guess all of the yuckies would be too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But heavier than water?
That's how
people
survive.
That's why when
rainwater.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why when it gets too heavy, it becomes water.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you not know how clouds work?
No, I was homeschooled.
That's true.
Weasley65 asks, if you could hang out with a character from any streamed game you've played, who would it be and why is it Shelby?
Shelby!
She's crazy.
Yeah, probably.
You know what?
She's in jail. She's getting ripped.
Yeah. She's out in the yard.
Yeah.
That's Shelby.
There was a TikTok I saw that came up, and it was one of those, if you're a DM, blind react to this, and I didn't. I just watch it because I was in bed. I'm not gonna fucking in the dark and post that. But I watched it, and I just played along with it to see what happened. And she said, "All right, who in your homebrew game? Who are your 3 NPCs?" And the only 2 I could think of were Shelby and Stibbles Jr. And I was like, "That's it. Probably off the top of my head, they're my favorite NPCs." You were getting so many text messages. What?
It's to be completely honest with you, it's all baby stuff.
Dude, stop putting your phone number on
baby
things.
stuff is so expensive.
Okay,
they gave
anyways,
me discounts.
I said the 2 names. I was like Stibbles Jr. I couldn't think of a third one. I was like I thought Kyria but I was only thinking Kyria because of the last game of Evenfall and I was like, that's also a player character, so I'm not going to choose that. So I just said the 2, and she was like, how many of them were women? I didn't want this to be too much of a gotcha, but like, and I was like, 1. But 50-50, so I win.
And one's a tree.
Yeah.
So,
And one's a tree. He does go by he, but that's really just because he hasn't really been explained the concept of sex and gender. And to be honest, Stibbles Jr. should probably be a they them because he's a tree and doesn't have a gender. But he doesn't understand that. And everybody calls him he, and he's okay with that.
We should talk to him. We should.
Probably should. Just open that up for his little brain.
Yeah.
He thinks everybody has sap inside of them still.
He does.
Yeah.
well, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't know.
Oh, who's your favorite NPC? Oh, if you could hang out with any character from any streamed game you've played, who would it be?
Fuck. I don't know.
Jeremy, because she'd make me dinner.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
true.
probably fair. To be honest, everyone's real fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Everyone is.
I'd hang out with Stibbles Jr. I just want to teach him things. Emma's here.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like one of the cats is breaking in.
Yeah, the cats have broken it. Yeah. No, Emma's here. I'd also hang out with
Kyria, because he's hot.
Kia.
Kia?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's hot. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
iCube asks, what's your favorite D&D source book that's been released? Like Tasha's Fizbin's, Minds Explorers Quide to Wildmount purely because of Echo Knight. Yeah, Echo Knight's cool. I like Wildmount.
Is their name iCube?
iCube.
Like an ice cube?
No.
But ice?
No, look.
Oh.
An iCube.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like Tasha's. For the alternate cover art.
Yeah, I like Tasha's because it brought in so many rules that made the game fun.
Yeah.
The game's fun. It just refreshed it. It just freshened up 5e a little bit to be like, oh, it's spicy and weird again. I like this. Ald Offie asks, well, sorry, you're stuck doing the wholesome bit now. It's time to praise Marshall. I like it went from anecdotes to praising. Like, we're not praising them. We're just talking about little things that we like about them. All right, so time to give you guys some context. I met Marshall through a church group that he still does as of right now, but a college group that he does at our church for like years now. And I met him through that because he was leading it. And I met him like in high school, and after college group, we would... because I went when I was in high school because Logan and Colton went to it, and I wanted to go with them because I had nowhere else to be, and it was a nice place to go hang out that wasn't at home. So I would go over there, hang out, and I was a senior, and then they'd be like, hey, we're going to go play D&D at Marshall's house, at his apartment. Do you want to come over and play? I'd be like, yeah, let's go do that. And come over, and we play. And it was like the first times I got to learn and play D&D. And Marshall was the first person to make D&D fun. Because like when I first played D&D, it was just dumb D&D of just me and Richard and Logan and stuff. We weren't even really like playing it. We were just being stupid. But like Marshall like really opened up my eyes to like D&D and like how cool it was and all that stuff. And Marshall was always into the things that I was into and was like somebody I really looked up to when I was that age. Now that I'm older, he's still like, he's grown we have both aged as
Yes.
time, and that's how time works. But like we're same akin to Jordan, who is also like my teacher. We're sort of like friends now, and he was at my wedding. He was in my wedding, and he also before my wedding he set up the whole bachelor party for me, which I wasn't going to do initially.
I think you're at the age now that Marshall was when you met him.
No, we're not that far. I think he was 28 when he met me.
28?
Yeah, we're pretty far apart in age. Because I was 15 when I met him, and he's how much older than me?
I don't know. He's 34, 36?
Yeah. How old is Colton?
30. He's 26.
26. So Marshall's 36.
Mm-hmm.
So he and I'm 24
Jordan's
right
34.
now. So he's 12 years older than me.
12 years older than me.
So he would have been about 26, 27 when I first met him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so similar.
Yeah. So which is crazy that I'm getting there.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. But anyways, I wasn't gonna have a bachelor party last year because it was crazy COVID times, and I just didn't want to set it up, and it was too hard, and I just didn't want to do it. And Marshall just surprised me and did all of it. Like he contacted everybody who was in the wedding, contacted Logan and even Tyler and everybody. And so we went to Saban's dad, Abram, their cabin up in the mountains, and he brought everybody over. He got drinks and games, and he even got like cigars and stuff. And Tyler couldn't come, but like Tyler went and had lunch with me, which Marshall also set up, which was really cool. Like he didn't set it up, Tyler set it up, but like it was just such a huge surprise to me that he did that for me, and it was just really cool. Like I like. This might be a little exaggerating because I can't think of like everything ever, but like nobody's ever really done something that much for me at like that level. And it was just like so like generous and thoughtful of him to do that. And I'll always remember that. And we got really drunk and sick, and it was gross. And we drank a lot of Jello shots, and I had like 3 cigars. My mouth tasted gross the next day, but it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. We played, what is that?
Wizard staff?
Oh, yeah. I had the longest staff.
Yeah.
I also threw up.
You did.
Like the next day. Mm-hmm. It was weird. It was a fun time though.
Mm-hmm. Marshall also does backpacking a lot. Mm-hmm. And he's taken us backpacking a few times. Yeah. And it's a good time. Some of my favorite memories with Marshall is going backpacking. Yep. Being absolutely miserable, covered in mosquito bites. After he said, it won't be that bad this year. Yep. And it was. It was terrible, but it was a good time.
But, waking up by the lake and hearing him set up everything, and he's singing that Robin Hood song.
Yeah. And our friend Caesar is snoring so loud that it wakes you up.
Oh, I miss Caesar so much.
Me too. Caesar's a great guy.
Marshall also helped set up our wedding a lot. Like, when we were doing our wedding, like, he came over. He was, like, almost like, Lindsay was setting it up. Yeah. But he came over, and he was here almost all day setting it up. And, like, oh, man.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. I love Marshall.
Yeah. If you give Marshall a task, he's getting it done.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of the podcast for today. Yep, I'm emotional. So we're done. See you later.